Now we're back at it again. For those of you that don't know, solo fighter build, the idea here is going to be running through the game from level 1 all the way up to the level cap by myself in an effort to give some people the knowledge that they might need about how to level through the game for those people that don't really know much about that whole process. So that is currently the game plan here, and that's what I'm going to be doing as well today, talking over tips and tricks and things you can do to make your leveling experience a little bit easier, and just some minor pitfalls you might want to avoid if you're going to be playing solo.
Quest completed.
Also, anonymous user just gifted a sub to Kibitzer and Kerfuffle. So that's very kind of you, whoever you are, anonymous user. Thank you. Also, what's up, Chris?
Hit a guy for 2 minutes to tell the difference.
Yeah.
What is this sword good for if it can't take an arm or leg off in one blow?
Honestly, great question.
Am I using a butter sword?
Well, a butter sword would be a good tool. You ever have that situation where you're sitting at the dinner table and you got to look across at somebody and be like, "Hey, can you pass the butter?" And they're like really far on the other side, right? They're really far on the other side of the table, and you're like, "Yeah, can you pass the butter?" And they're not listening to you. They're having a conversation. They're at the other end of the table talking about crypto or something, and they're busy. If you had a butter sword, whip that bad boy out, just reach across the table and scoop off some of that butter. Thinking. All right, well, now that my character is level 9, I can do the levels. I can continue working on level 7s, which is pretty good. The problem is a lot of the level 7s have a bit of a habit to be kind of scary. Specifically, I would love to do some of the Isle of Dread quests, but again, a lot of them can be kind of spooky, especially at this level. They're not impossible, and I think I could manage it, but it is something I'm worried about. Similarly, the pit is also kind of scary. I think that the pit is not a super difficult quest in general, but I think that for this character, it might be. So I'm going to try to do the first quest in Saltmarsh, see how it goes, and we'll kind of evaluate from there. This is where I'm going to start buying Wands of Shield, because you want to have protection from Magic Missile, as Magic Missile will be a more and more prevalent mechanic as time goes on. And I want to make sure that I have my hireling contracts. I'm going to go refresh my hireling contract before I start to make a dent in Isle of Dread. Hopefully this will go well. I don't see anything being super scary or overwhelming me. However, there is a couple other things I'm going to be doing. Number 1, I'm going to be refreshing my Potions of Heroism because it's really useful. And number 2, I will now be using Potions of Haste. I have 20,000 platinum, so I can afford to spend the money on those potions, and it is a major DPS increase, which matters quite a bit if you are not going to be... if your damage, like mine, kind of sucks. I didn't take my feats in the right order to max out the damage, so it is a little important for me to have some better stats. So I'm going to be buying 100 of these Potions of Haste. Another side benefit of Potions of Haste is that it counts as a potion for the purposes of, like, drinking a potion to gain extra, extra healing, which is very cool. I was going to be buying another 50 of these potions, and I have 100 left over. You'll notice my first bag slot is entirely consumables. It's because consumables are very, very good, and they will change your experience, so keep that in mind. Sword for cutting butter, is it made out of butter? I would assume for cutting butter, but if you have a sword made out of butter, it would explain why you have to hit somebody 200 times to deal damage. I found out yesterday that there's a bonus chest at the beginning of Tolgiwood that has a name and spawns every time. Yep, that's correct. You just have to dodge the fire flowers that are around it, and also it's locked, so you need to lock pick it, but it is a named chest. Correct. I ransacked that one multiple times in my vain attempt to get Grimm's Bone Bracer. Man, I ransacked those 2 quests so many times to get Grimm's Bone Bracer, and then I would change to a character that wasn't my sorcerer, and then immediately pull Grimm's Bone Bracer, and then scream. Why are artifacts randomly generated and bound to character? Whee! Anyway, let's go to Isle of Dread. Yeah, it's right there. I tell everybody that go through it. I tell them all. I say, hey, right here, this chest, it's named item only, or named item every time. Also, some of you might be wondering why I'm doing more quests, even though I could technically level up. This is banking experience. The benefit of banking experience is that you don't have to worry about finding the right amount of quests for every single level. There are still other good level 7 quests that I want to do. So by doing these level 7 quests now, I don't have to worry about finding every level 8 quest. There are a lot of scary and difficult level 8 quests that you might not want to do, and so I'm just kind of skipping that. Like, for example, I don't want to do any of the Shadow Tomb quests, because they are going to kill me. There's a 100% chance. I know that, because the Shadow Tomb quests have shadows. When they hit you, they drain your strength, and my character has no way to resist strength damage. If I get hit with strength damage, I just take it, and my strength goes down. If it gets to 0, I instantly die. No save. So for me, it's a really big deal to avoid stuff like that. I was hoping to get a Death Ward item that protects from the strength damage. However, I did not get a Death Ward item that protects from the strength damage. Big sad. All right. And now I begin the wonderful experience of trying to use my use measure device every single time I start a quest, because I want to have healed up all the time. Remember, it's not the armor class, it's the magic missile protection. My shields will generally have more armor class, so I don't have to worry about it. Now, also, as I am continuing to talk, I'm still chewing on my own tongue, so my sound might, or I might sound a little weird.
The stranger vanished as suddenly as he appeared. Then Foxpaw hailed you from the
Okay.
water's edge.
So for this part, you just got to kill the bad guy, and you don't even have to fight the other monsters. You just have to wait it out.
Foxpaw said,
All I have to do is kill this
"Show
one.
you some experiment related to the conch of secrets."
And then the second it dies, I am done with this section of the quest. I can go and fight these other monsters if I want. I probably will take a little bit of extra damage doing so, but everything seems to be okay so far. And the rest of them are all under here. Hey, what's up, everybody? I mean, it is very satisfying to just go fight everybody. You'll notice I'm taking a lot of elemental damage, so I got hit with like 4 Scorching Rays there, each one hitting me for like 4 damage. If I didn't have that resist 25, so again, gotta be careful about that. That's why the elemental damage resistance is so good. Also, because I get way more gold from completing quests, because everything sells for higher, I'm not gonna worry about drinking potions. I'm always gonna drink to full.
I think people usually eat cow tongue, not their own tongue. Just FYI.
Yeah, people do eat cow tongue. I've had cow tongue before. The flavor is impossible to describe. It had like a jerky-like quality to it. It was a tougher piece of meat. Tongue. Yeah, I ideally would like to not chew on my own tongue, but here we are. This is where we are. That's why I said my personal motto is life is pain. So that's what we've got. Is it? Oh, builder bug or bug on export will fix. I actually should fix that now, so I'm going to do that while I have the chance, because I have to wait for Vecna to talk. There's a lot of waiting for Vecna to talk, which I'm okay with. So let's go fix this thing while I'm here. Where are you, paste bin? I think I can edit my paste bin. Though I actually don't know if I can edit it. Can I edit it? Oh, no, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, I'll edit this after. I gotta talk to Foxpaw. Okay, so the dangerous part about this quest is Cyclonic Blast. Cyclonic Blast is untyped damage, which means there's no way to resist it, and it is cast by the Aquamancers. They're the most dangerous monsters in these quests, so I gotta kill the Aquamancers first. That is going to be my first priority in every single room, is if there are Aquamancers, they must die. Because, as I said, it's untyped. And it's a knockdown, all of which is very bad. I don't want to get knocked down. I don't want to deal with untyped damage, so that is exactly why I'm going to be taking care of that in a different way. Also, I should have drinking a haste potion ahead of time. I did not, but, you know, it is what it is. Raising tough cuts makes them cuttable with a spoon. Spoons. Also like how much I heal from even my potions. It's quite valuable to have the extra healing amp from drinking a potion. Like I said, I'm going to be drinking potions like a madman from now on. I will be taking way more damage, especially in Isle of Dread. A lot of quests, I'm not going to be taking that much more damage, but Isle of Dread, for sure, absolutely more damage. 267 health, solo Isle of Dread is a little sketchy. I do wish I had a little bit more, but that's okay for now. Okay, they're all dead. Now we go to the Aquamancers. They cast a buff spell on themselves. One's dead. There are also the water elementals, and the water elementals are also scary, so you need to be mindful of that, because they are currently killing Nimeth. And I can't really do anything about that. Like, I can't even kill these because they have too much health. They last too long. She doesn't have elemental resistance, so she just gets struck. Again, another reason why you want to have elemental resistance whenever possible, because of how useful the effect is. You see me make my save and taking 0. Nimeth did not make any of her saves and took millions, so that's okay, though. I don't need to worry about that. I'm playing around with Quasi gear for at least for now. 7 summer, 2 or 7 winter, 2 summer, 2 autumn. No dino artifact though, so maybe more changes. Yeah, I instead of the 2 summer, I ended up going with 3-piece Sharn tank set because it granted a lot of stats. Oh, I was taught this the other day. So what you do is you jump into the water and you use Vecna, and it gives you this little hat. It doesn't provide you with anything useful, but you can do it.
The crewless ship was now adrift. There was a sudden thud, then a rending
Like
crack.
so.
A gigantic creature reared out of the depths, shattering the wooden
Now I'm caught by Vecna. Oh no! This doesn't do anything or have any negative consequences. But in theory, I should still have my pink hat. No, I don't have it. I can't figure out how to keep the pink hat. I was told how to do this, and I can't remember. I've seen other people do it. There's like a trick to when you're supposed to talk to Vecna to keep it, and you can keep it the entire time you're logged in. It has no effect. It's just a visual bug. Imagine if it killed you. That would be very unfortunate if it killed me. But no, I've done that before. Hey, Foxpaw. All right, give me a crazy rare item, please. Nothing. All right.
Quest.
Sometimes it's like that. That happens. Sometimes you get nothing cool or rare. I actually don't remember where most of the cool and rare items are, even in Saltmarsh or in Isle of Dread. I'm actually going to do a smidgen of Googling to figure out where I can get some good items. I'd love to get the heroic magma waders. That would be very cool. I can get them from Trouble with the Tar Pits, so maybe I'll go do that one. I'm not going to do Trial of the Triceratops. I know why some people would do it. The problem is there are shamans that cast harm in that quest. Harm is basically an instant kill. Maybe not. I can make my save, and I also have a cloak that reduces damage taken by 16%. And I have a good amount of magic resistance rating. Where's the waffle? I ate it 40 minutes ago. That's actually not that bad of an idea. I should probably do that. Now I'm going to take my time and see how this goes. Anyone clip it? No one clipped it. You'll have to check the beginning of the live stream, unfortunately. Hey, sure, I followed your stealthy possession shrine your paladin and beat it for the first time ever. Nice! Oh, I forgot to update the thing. Let me update the chat while I'm doing this at the same time. Checking for rares for experience points, because there is a note here. And then there is a cat that spawns here. That did not spawn. I'm just checking for rares while I'm running around. I feel like that's probably a good idea. Important, it's probably not the greatest idea in the entire world to run through Isle of Dread solo on a First Life character on Hardcore League, but it's not that bad. You just gotta be prepared. Given that my character can heal myself back up to full with one button press, I'm not super worried because I've got Second Wind. If I didn't have Second Wind, I'd be more worried. Plus, I'm also aware of what can kill me in one hit, which helps out tremendously. If you're unaware of what's going to kill you in one hit, that's when you're going to die in one hit. But as far as I know, nothing's really bad. Like I said, I can probably do Trouble with the Triceratops. But that's going to need to be investigated. I don't think these guys split either, the tar bubbles. They should. It's okay. They did not do that much damage to my weapon for a reason I do not entirely understand.
This bubbling tar pit is
You don't have to kill all these ogres. Also, the tar is not super dangerous here because it's not deep tar. But I'm going to kill a couple along the way just because I can. It is dangerous to Nimeth because she doesn't understand how to jump. She never learned that skill, so she's just going to dump herself in the lava and hope everything's going to be cool. And it is not going to be cool. I'm just going to get back into meleeing down all these tar bubbles. Lava's not cool. I know! I was surprised too. I was hoping lava would be very cool. Lava would be sick! And more oozes. I forgot about how many oozes were in this quest. Remember the dangerous parts, forgot about the oozes. Oh well. Now, the real question is, do you jump across the lava pit here? And the answer is, depends on how easy you are able to heal yourself. I would generally not recommend jumping across the lava pit, especially if you don't have like an emergency heal or a big cooldown or something. So then you might think to yourself, okay, well, Strimtom, you're not going to do it though, right? Because last Hardcore League, on the first day, you tried to jump through the lava and one of your party members died. And that's true, that did happen. However, there's a lava jumping trick. You can skip most of it by jumping... whoops, not like that. Oh, not like that at all.
jumping across is possible.
You can skip most of it by jumping on top of that little ledge right there. Now, the goal here is to stay out of the lava. If you touch the lava, or not the lava, the tar, it slows you down. But I don't have to worry about that because I didn't touch the tar. Touching the tar once makes it dramatically harder because it makes your jumping speed slower. You gotta be very mindful about that. I also should have drank a haste potion as I was going across just for faster movement speed, but you know, it is what it is. I like how Nimeth is being beaten up by this tar elemental, isn't really doing anything about it. She's just like, oh god, it's punching me in the face. And again, this is where the armor class that I have pays for itself. Just the fact the monsters can't hit me all the time. 34 is not a lot for this level, unfortunately, but I'll get some better armor soon. There's some good shields. All of the shields that are powerful in Isle of Dread, I think, come from rare chests. So if I wanted to, I could farm out rares while I'm out in this area, but I don't currently plan on doing that, but I could if I wanted. I'm not a huge fan of farming. We've talked about that before, so I don't really want to farm stuff. I'm mostly just doing these quests because they give me XP, and the items are quite good. And Magma Waders would be good here. Defender's Cloak would be good here. Admiral's Cummerbund would be good here. There's a lot of items I could use out of this quest, so that's why I'm kind of doing this one. Oh, God. Okay, I thought I used my healing potion, and it did not go up. Ugh, spooky.
Chanting before a druidic altar is the Tar tribe's high shaman.
Yes, there's quite a few good items I can get out of here. And one of the best parts about this final ending here is that most of the monsters, or because the monsters are all red names, they can't spawn as champions. And so because they can't spawn as champions, I never actually have to worry about them being dangerous in any capacity. A lot of times in heroics, red names are a lot easier because they can't be champion monsters, which have extra modifiers. And I got the only item I don't want to use, the Fire Spitter Axe, because I'm a bastard sword guy. So of the 4 items, I got the one I can't use. Video games. Dude, I love video games. Video games are good. All Hail the King's pretty easy, right? I'm not re-rolling. I don't need that for this character, so it's not a big deal. And the answer is absolutely not. 100 fortification. I mean, it's not like Minos Leggings is the worst item, but you could, if you're going to farm for anything, go for the Vitality 20 augment. Yeah, and then put the Vitality 20 augment into a good item. I mean, don't get me wrong. Vitality 20 is a good effect, but is it necessary? Okay, is the dinosaur going to kill me in here? Probably not. The only scary monster is the T-Rex. Will the T-Rex kill me? Probably not. That's my argument here about how safe this section is. And I'm glad that these raptors decided to spawn in asynchronously for a reason I don't understand. Really, I find Legendary Scythe mod to be very easy. So, maybe they're all easy. None of them are as dangerous as the dinosaur that is in the landscape, however. There's Stonejaw, a T-Rex on the landscape. Stonejaw will screw you up. Stonejaw will ruin your day. Don't fight Stonejaw by yourself, ever. Don't fight Stonejaw on heroics, ever. Or not heroics, on hardcore in heroics, ever. Oh, you farmed out the neck from a relic over Sovereign Past? Actually, good idea. I could do that on this character. But the problem is that involves farming. And as I've said before, farming is very boring, so I don't want to do that. So I am not going to be doing that, but, you know, it's an interesting idea for sure. Oh yeah, everything was too far away. Bring a thrower? If you do it, yeah, make sure to bring a throwing weapon of some kind. I have a throwing weapon that is locked, so I can't accidentally sell it, because I am prone to accidentally selling items I need. Single run? Yeah, but farming items is boring. You're saying, yeah, but just do this boring thing. And I'm like, yeah, but it's boring and I don't want to do that. You see my dilemma? You see where we're kind of at, you know, coming at this problem from two different angles? Because you might make the argument, yeah, but if you die, wouldn't you be upset with that circumstance? And the answer is maybe, but if I don't die, I save time farming. Alright. Come here, Scythe Maw. Please don't kill me somehow. I don't think he can even kill me at all, but... And I dodged. That's cool. I was not expecting that. And again, potion, always just to make sure I'm at full health. Block when you're knocked down. I take less damage. I am apparently able to tumble. Oh, because I have the tumble spell cast on me from House Bjarland, so I can tumble. Whoa, tumbling Knight Warforged, let's go. Alright, this one's not too bad. I don't think there's a single item out of here I can use. That's not a big deal if I pull one. And then I'll probably do Trials of the Triceratops, and I think that's all I'm going to do out here in Isle of Dread. The rest of the quests are scary and don't really have anything that I would really want. The red raptor feather drops out of the first quest, which is the item that I wanted out of there. The blue raptor feather dropped out of the Trials of the Triceratops, which is a very good defensive item. And this one also doesn't drop anything I want, but, you know, might as well kill it. 3-minute quest with nothing. Also, important note, if you want to farm out for low-level items like this, you can use shards. And the way the shards cost is it is half of the quest level rounded down. So since this is a level 7, it's only 3 shards per reroll, which is very inexpensive. Not saying you should do that, but if you decided to farm, like if I decided I was going to farm the early quests for items like on hardcore, I would reroll stuff. But I'm not farming because, as I said, farming is boring. That's right. Boring item farming. Not for me. I do none of that. I just don't really enjoy it that much. I don't mind, like, farming for items at the end game, if that makes sense. Like doing a farm, trying to pick up, you know, useful gear. But during the leveling process, I can't stand it. I have no desire. Taxes Thursday? Hell yeah, dude. Oh, wait, no. Texas Thursday. Texas Thursday, not Taxes Thursday. And nothing. Rats. Oh, that's XP at least. Okay, so the big dinosaur man can spawn just over here. So I'm going to see if I can pop the dinosaur. I'm not going to go touch it because it will kill me. But I'm curious if it's over here. And we've got... no dinosaur, just a Carnotaurus. The where that Carnotaurus is where the T-Rex spawns. I'm going to check the rare that's over here. I think that there's a shield that spawns in Saltmarsh rares. Not Saltmarsh, Isle of Dread. Isle of Dread Wilderness. There is the bear here. This area is quite dangerous because the birds hit really hard. At least it can be on epics. Apparently not on heroics. I'm also terrified of griffins because that one time I died to griffins on Hardcore League. Because the game crashed out and lagged on me. Nothing. Also, there's docents. There's the Firestalker docent, which would be quite good. Belt of Black Sands, which is quite good. There's just a lot of good items that can spawn out here randomly. The families debate politics in a debate. They debate politics in a debate? Well, if they're already planning to have a debate and they decide to debate politics, it sounds like they're already doing it. Rare in Saltmarsh, the rare is always up. Yep. But then I have to do some farming. I'm just doing passive farming. I'm picking up things along the way. That is my goal. Okay, so this is the scariest quest I'm probably going to do today. As I said, there's one monster in here, the shamans. The shamans are the only monsters that can kill me.
Minutes. Glad to see you enjoyed the Freedom Waffles occasion. Sad to see you ran out of them, Sanch. Hope you made some for your roommate too, Ogage.
I did. You gotta share the freedom. I did. It'd be very upsetting if I decided not to do that. But again, there was a lot of waffles, so like they're bigger than I would have thought. The Texas waffles, which makes sense, but they're larger. What do you think of the private server Echoes of Angmar for Lotro? I don't know what you're talking about. There's a Lotro private server? Why? They already have the regular servers. There's the shaman. I gotta kill this first before it kills me. And that's it. Again, shamans are the only dangerous monsters in here. I need to kill the shamans. The necromancers don't matter. I don't think there's a shaman in this next pack. There isn't. It's just a skirmisher, so I'm good to go. Important note, the monsters actually do hit very hard in here. And you can tell because they are just absolutely demolishing my hireling. Angmar? Oh. Is it active? Like, are you able to play on it? Important note, the Lord of the Rings Online is not in every way, but in a lot of ways better than the original game. Also, I think SSG made a public statement when they heard about Echoes of Angmar. Now that you're jogging my mind, where they're like, we do not endorse this server in any capacity. Don't play on it, etc., etc. Which they have to do, but because they have to protect the intellectual property. Nimeth, you want to heal yourself? Yeah, okay. There's a shaman here, and it's right here. Thank you. Goodbye. Anyway, as somebody who played during Shadows of Angmar, Shadows of Angmar has a crazy amount of balance issues that would need to be addressed. So because there's no rating system, everything is a flat percentage. You run into the problem of, like, characters would have either too high or too little of a stat because there's no way to get, like, there's no diminishing returns on any stats. It was all percentage based. So you'd get an item that would give you an extra 2% crit. Well, that item is pretty much the best thing in the game because, you know, if you have like 4 items on that all give 2% crit, you have a ton of crit. Or defense against different protections. Because there was no diminishing returns. So you might say, yeah, but that's kind of balanced. But the way the items were designed, it wasn't balanced. They had to redo so many things. PvP was awful as a result. And I know because I used to play Burglar. And for those people that didn't play Lord of the Rings PvP upon release, burglars were literally invincible. You couldn't kill a burglar no matter how hard you tried. It was not physically possible. I never died on my burglar. You couldn't do it. You could try as much as you want, but with 25% parry, 25% evasion, and a 2-minute cooldown on touch and go, where I can press touch and go for 50% extra dodge or evade chance. So my evade is 75%. Yep. Nope. That was pretty good. That was largely invincible. Like, burglars were, just give put in perspective, burglars were so tanky, they had an ability called Provoke. And what you could do is you could use Provoke to actually pull aggro on bosses. And you could pull an aggro on the boss, so when the tank died, the burglar could step in and tank the boss for a minute. A minute. Because you would touch and go, last for 30 seconds, and which basically means you're immune to the boss's attacks. And then you would, so yeah, you touch and go, you're immune to the boss's attacks. Very cool. And then you would use Ready Enable to reset the cooldowns of all of your abilities and touch and go a second time. Yeah. Did they not send a cease and desist? Probably. They were just saying there were 4 characters that all look the same and imitate exact movements, and no dual boxing was a thing. Yes, if you want to know more about it, look up Vault of Kundarak and Dungeon Helper. Those are 2 tools you can get in DDO that will help you with your game if you want. They're not officially endorsed by SSG, but they exist and you can use them. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I like the idea of nostalgia, and if stuff like that gets set up, I mean, it's kind of cool being able to go back to that. I've talked about this before, but I have no intention of ever playing, like, if, let's say that SSG was like, or some third party was like, by the way, we're going to make DDO original and bring back the original Dungeons & Dragons Online. It would be cool to, like, look around and be like, whoa, oh, ooh, ooh, and, like, stare at it. Like, bro. Having, like, 1/4, not even 1/4, 1/10 of the same number of quests to be able to do. To level up, every single quest is normal, hard, elite. That's how you level. You get almost no magic items from any chests in the entire game. So pretty much any time you loot a chest, you're not getting anything out of it. Oh man. The old enhancement system, oh my god, where if you're like a fighter and you want strength, +2 strength is 2 points, +1 strength is 2 points. The second +1 strength is 4 points, and the third +1 strength is 6 points, for a total of 12 enhancement points for 3 points of strength. Madness. And you might think to yourself, oh yeah, but, you know, that's because there's too many things to spend your points on, and everything had value. No, it was the exact opposite. Everything that was good cost so many points, you couldn't take anything else that was interesting. Now, at least, you can make the argument to take weird things when you're going up your trees, and you make decisions. Then, no, you just had to take the best stuff all the time. And nothing. Rats. 4 Isle of Dread quests down. 1 item that I can't use. What am I doing? Any more quests? Wild Thing is dangerous and has no items that I want. I think that's it. I think I'm leveling up. I think I have no more 7s to do. I could do the pit, but that is a huge risk, and I don't know if I want to do the pit. I can do the pit at 9, though. It'd be fun for 1 to 2 months. Yeah, like I said, I would log in and play around for like a week, and then never pick it up again. I'd get that hit right to the nostalgia complex of my brain, and be like, oh, feels so good. Remember that you carry with Power Avatar, Mantle, Damage, and Dice. Is it worth taking Shardstorm for the temp HP? I'm not Acid, but an Electric. If you can afford the points, Shardstorm is pretty much always good. Because if you're an Eldritch Knight, it gives you stacks of Arcane whatever. It gives you stacks. You know the stacks that you need? It gives you the stacks. Fighter. Azeth Sunforged. Hello, Azeth. How are you? Greater weapon focus slashing? No, I need weapon specialization. Slashing. That's it. Perfect. So now I have to respec the Kensai tree because I need to be able to take more of these points. Actually, do I need to respec the tree? Maybe I don't need to respec the tree. Because I want to take this. I will need to respec the tree. I just don't need to do it now. I'm fine with what I have. I'm taking this. So I just got 4 extra damage per strike on my weapon, which is pretty good. However, we can do 1 better than this. Now, a pro tip I want to give to pretty much everybody out there soloing is that you can always do better when it comes to your equipment. You can loot more chests, find more things, and hopefully pull something that's going to be more useful. But I'd rather you guarantee it. And one of the best ways to get a weapon is if you own Ravenloft, which is what I do own. So I'm going to go do this now. I'm going to go run the quest Into the Mist on casual, which gives me a, like, there's no way I can die in Into the Mist on casual. And that way I will be able to get a Barovian weapon which is a +5 weapon that deals 3d6s extra holy and fire damage. Now, 3d6s usually isn't that good, but I'm playing on elite difficulty where there's no weird rounding issues, so it's going to be pretty powerful. How many stacks? Well, it hits 5 times, so you get 5 stacks.
You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart.
Why does DDO penalize XP by having a hireling? It doesn't. DDO doesn't penalize XP by having a hireling. So I don't know what you're encountering, but that doesn't happen. Does it have 100% uptime if I always catch Shardstorm? No, Shardstorm is up infrequently. I'll do stacks last. I never paid attention. Oh, basically, if you just use Shardstorm, it'll keep your stacks at max. Because it's just meant to maintain it. Drops XP when you summon one? No. That's because when you summon the hireling, it's probably removing like the daily playthrough bonus or whatever it is, and then it'll reapply itself when you're done with the quest. That's just like, that's a long time existing bug, like visual bug. It doesn't take the XP away. Whenever somebody joins the party at all, it'll always take that bonus away as a display and then reapply it at the end.
A super fighting robot. Are you Mega Man?
Kind of. Super fighting robot. Mega Man. Shoot. Stupid Scarecrow does have a fear effect, and I knew that was possibly going to be getting me. So each hit adds 1 stack. That is correct. Every time you hit, it is the equivalent of casting 1 spell. So you press the button, it gives you the temp HP, and then you hear the... I can't do the whistling sound because it doesn't get picked up by my microphone. No. Whirlwind attack. Get him. Here we go. Yeah. So that's for your Arcane Warrior. That's for your Forces point. It basically keeps both of those maxed all the time. So then you don't have to cast any spells if you don't want to. It seems good because it is good. The reason why I did that quest on normal again is doing that quest on elite at this level, I might be able to do it, but the problem is the wisps are very dangerous. They deal a lot of elemental damage and they can hurt real bad. And I don't want to deal with that problem. Anyways, by coming out here to Barovia, now I can talk to Torbar. Hello, Torbar. You're just giving me a weapon? Thank you, dude. I don't know why he does this, but he does. And now I have a Barovian sword. This is now my new best weapon. Because not only is it, like my current weapon is a +3, this is now a +5, major improvement. It's also Holy Fiery and Undead Bane. Just straight up amazing weapon. I'm very happy with this. And actually my other sword was a Construct Bane sword, and I'm actually going to keep this one around because there is a chance that the Construct Bane sword will come in handy. The rest of my swords can go though. Oh no! Sadozma was slain by a non-localized trap. What's a non-localized trap again? I forget. Do I even want this? I don't know. I might play like the super crit barb build. So just by leveling up, I increased my damage per hit by 6, which is pretty cool. So then should I take Arcane Warrior or Embodiment of Law? If I take DC and I'm lawful, you should take both of them. You should take both of them on an Eldritch Knight. Embodiment of Law gives you a million billion damage, and Arcane Warrior gives you a million billion damage. So you should take both of them all the time. Okay, so now I'm level 8. So I have a couple quests I could do. Now, I'm thinking I could now do the pit. The pit still gives good XP, and at my level, it would be not too hard to do. And so I think I'm going to do the pit 1 level over. That sounds good to me. I'm going to refresh my house P buffs, though, before I do that, because it's a good idea. And I'm going to head to the marketplace and just buy myself a new hireling, because I think it's good to upgrade the hirelings, and I'm using a level 8 currently when I should probably go get myself a level 10. While you're that, so don't take two-handed fighting specialty. No, now you painted yourself into a corner. You have to choose what you want more. 20 melee power and 40 universal spell power, or the tier 5 Divine Crusader stuff, or the specialty. So, yeah, you painted yourself into a corner. Rurik or Faden Maleth? Let's go with Faden Maleth. We don't need the specialty? No, I would probably take the specialty. I wouldn't use tier 5 Divine Crusader. I would use Fate Singer and then drop the Imbue Dice thing. That's what I would do. Because Fate Singer, good. 80% strike through? Yeah, but don't you want 140% strike through? I mean, 140% strike through is 140% strike through, and that's a lot. But true, you don't actually need it. Back in the day, I saw a Deep Gnome, Pale Master, Eldritch Knight, and they used Dwarven War Axe. And we were doing R10s, and they had the DCs to crowd control everything as a wizard, and then they were just chunking through guys with enough strike through. They took the single weapon fighting feat line, but they grabbed strike through with filigrees as well as just effects and epic destinies and stuff, and they were just destroying people. It was very cool to watch. Yep, honestly, true. One of the better ones, most slightly higher level ones. Yeah, she is. But we're gonna do this. Okay, so the pit. If you are watching this right now and you don't know exactly how to do the pit, don't worry about it. I have a guide on YouTube about how to do the pit. It is my patented pit guide. Get the pit in 20 minutes or less, so your pizza's free. That being said, this quest can be quite difficult if you're not prepared for it. Speaking of being prepared, Feather Falling, Jump, and Wand of Shield. All important. I would not come in here without ship buffs because there are several Troglodyte Shamans, and they're mildly dangerous. What matters more is the Troglodyte Warlocks. The Warlocks are very dangerous because they cast Ball Lightning, and Ball Lightning hits very hard, so you want to be mindful of that. Also, I'm kind of limited on my weaponry, and there's a lot of oozes in here, which I did not even think about. So I'm going to be ignoring a lot of oozes in this quest and just kind of kiting them around. So this puzzle, you pull the 4 corners and the center. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Pull that one, pull this corner, pull this corner, and then I'm going to pull the center. Because the oozes are chasing me around, so they're not in the center anymore, so I can just hit this one. And we're all set. So the 4 corners in the center is how you solve that puzzle right there. Alright, and now we go down to the furnace. Everything is labeled on the map, so you can kind of know where to go. The problem is it doesn't give you the 3-dimensional look. That's something that takes practice. These are the 2 separate towers in the center that you can go up and down, and then these are the different areas that you need to go to. As I said, if you want like a more fuller explanation of what to do with the pit, I got a YouTube video about that, but I'm going to do my best to also explain it here because, you know, I'm already here. Oh, so I'm going to beat up this Minor Rose Taker because I don't want to be turned into gold. Oh my god, I do so much damage. Oh man. That 1 level changed everything. That feels so good. Also, getting even up here, +3 to hit damage is amazing. 25% hit points, 20 melee power, deadly strike. Oh yeah. Damn. False life. Or acid damage. Mini painful. The pit developers trying to finish dungeon, try to slap them all together? I don't think so. I've never heard that. So, I mean, like I said, there's a possibility. I can't believe I missed that. I, like, just held the button for too long. Don't do that. Don't just throw yourself off the edge. I was basically just trying to jump off of that to move to the next section of the platform. The reason why that's kind of annoying is slowing down in here. I only have 2 uses of my Anger Step, and there's only 2 shrines I'm going to have access to. Technically 3 if I want to go for the 3rd shrine, which is in this room. But I don't really want to do that. So, I will need to shrine to get more Anger Step uses back. I can always haste pot around this stuff, though. I want to land on top of this piece of wood, and then you jump here. By doing so, it actually prevents the troglodytes from triggering, because troglodytes here spawn when you walk across that pipe over there. So you can completely, if you don't go towards that pipe, you actually don't see them spawn, which is kind of fun. Now these guys are going to attack me. Chain lightning, again, very dangerous. That's why the shield is very helpful here, because the shield lets me ignore the chain lightning for the most part. Because my magic resistance rating being 42, and then I have elemental resistance. Even if I fail my save, I don't really take a whole lot. If I didn't have the shield on, my magic resistance was lower, and I failed my save, I'd be taking closer to 100 points of damage. So again, just be careful. Make sure you have your elemental resistance. It is valuable. Okay, so now we have to do security traps. Security is right in front of the front door. This is the front door, and security is right here. You just walk straight across. If you have Dimension Door, this is where you would use it. I don't have it. But DDO the Pit This is also where you Google it. The security has a like puzzle in it, and just Google the puzzle instead of figuring it out yourself. It's way easier. You need to use a bastard sword? Well, you are using a bastard sword, so you'd have to retool your whole character to fix it. But in my opinion, the strike through has a lot of value. The clear speed is really, really good, especially when you're attacking things. And just think about how many more hits. If you're fighting 2 targets, it's double the damage over a longsword. In DDO, single target damage is good. If your single target damage feels good on a bastard sword, there's no reason to change the longsword. Who learned it from one of the devs? Yeah, I can't corroborate that story. I have no idea.
An engraving on the wall reads, "To the security."
You get 100%? Yeah, then you don't need to take it. I just like having the Arcane Warrior because 40 universal spell power is really good on for Arcane Warrior, and then also the 20 melee power is very good. Like, it's just so many offensive stats. Okay, there is an ooze here I have to deal with, unfortunately for me. So I gotta break this up. I'm gonna try my best to only use my great axe against the oozes. Purple is this thing. I call this squiggly lines. Some people call this one fancy F. I don't know. What's a grip Gerwin to a trap? Yellow is double-crossed T. That's what I call this one. I call this a double-crossed T. I don't know why. That's what I call it. It's what it looks like to me. Call it France? I mean, sure. It kind of looks like France. Very France adjacent. The fact that my weapon is already breaking is a terrifying sign. Blue is the lightning bolts. I'm going to hit this one. Why did I pick Bastard Sword? Because Bastard Swords are cool. I'm not giving you a bad answer. I'm giving you the answer you want. You want to know why I picked it? And I picked it because Bastard Swords look cool. It's not the answer you want. You want some like cryptic reason where I'm like going to tell you and explain some mythical concept of like, well, actually, you know, in this circumstance, is actually no. It's just they look cool and they're big, and I wanted a big sword that looked cool. Are there any past lives that affect items breaking your inventory? No. It's having arrows equipped that prevents that. And upside down wheelchair, and we are done.
As the wheel slides into place.
What would you can craft for level 1 Bastard Sword? A level 1 Bastard Sword, I would craft bludgeoning and force damage. So it deals 1d6 bludgeoning and 1d6 force damage. Bludgeoning because sometimes you fight skeletons, and force because it affects every monster in the game. Yeah. I call it bow because bow and arrows. That also makes sense. All right, so now we go down to the second furnace. Let's just sprint our way down here. Whee! Also, these traps are up. Important note, one of these is real. It's a bug. They're all supposed to be these like little mini force traps that hit you for 10. One of them is a real force trap that hits for 200. So just be careful. Basically, never stop running if you're on there. This character won't die as long as I keep running. And I'm at full health. But if you stop running, then you can die while you're up there. And I don't want you guys to die while you're up there, so don't. Alright, now we climb. Alright, so the fast way to get through here, you're supposed to go this way, but if you have jump, like I do, like I told you to get before you started this dungeon, what you do is you kill this fire elemental here. Then you can just jump on top of this. And then you can just jump on top of this. And then you can just jump on top of this. And bam. You're basically already over to the top. So that way you can just skip most of this entire room. Again. Resisting all these fireballs. Very helpful, very useful to have. I'm also almost done with killing all the oozes as well. There's very few oozes that are left. I'm going to have to eat this acid. It didn't do any damage. Thank you, video game. All right, and now we have to do the power breakers. Power breakers are all the way at the top. This is going to be kind of annoying because I don't have movement speed anymore, because it's going to be going away in a minute here. However, that's actually okay, because I'm going to be shrining soon. Power Breakers is this room right here. This is the highest room in the quest. You just keep going up till you get to the Power Breaker room. And then I have to do Main, which is the lowest room. It's very funny how they make you do that. However, next to Main is a shrine. So Main is right there. And there's a shrine right underneath me. So that's what I'm going to be going after that. I've heard before, in some place in the world, people say Chesterfield when they're referring to a couch. Yes, people say Chesterfield when they're referring to a couch. I don't know where that comes from. I'm assuming that's a couch manufacturer. It's sort of like when you say Kleenex when you refer to a tissue. Or like, you know, French's or Heinz when you refer to a condiment. Hey, pass the French's or something at the old barbecue. The old BBQ. I'm just use haste potions to give me the speed. So you're supposed to do this room by running around through all these lightning traps and pulling the levers here. However, what you can do is target the lever through the gate and then just shuffle around, and eventually on here there's multiple spots you can use this through the actual wall. You can kind of ignore that, which is very cool. Alright, so instead we got to go down. This is the highest point. There's the front door over there. So let's go down. All the way down, and I'm going to shrine. Whee! If only shrining repaired your weapon. Now this is where I want my hireling. There's going to be tons of monsters in the following room, and I want my hireling to distract them for me, and there's also a bunch of oozes that I don't want to fight. So the hireling is going to take care of all of that for me. Thank you, Faden. I got my expeditious boots. I got my potions of heroism. Let's go. Oh no, Lampshade was slain. There are oozes around here, I just don't see them. I just want to avoid the oozes. The oozes are the only things I care about, because they just break my weapons. And that's what Faden is for. So this room is full of oozes. There's two of them. There's a huge ochre jelly, and there's a huge gray ooze, as well as a preacher, and another monster that spawns. I'm going to hope that Faden will get aggro on them and fight them for me so I don't have to. Which would be ideal. I'm just going to go solve these puzzles. To solve these puzzles, you solve them. There's no trickety trick. You just solve the puzzle. Let's see here. Thank you for aggroing the oozes, Faden. I really appreciate that. I'm doing these in pieces because I hate getting hit while I'm trying to solve these. This one goes when it connects to this, so this has to connect here. There probably is like an easy mnemonic or something to remember how to do these puzzles, but a lot of it's just like pattern recognition. You do enough of them and you're gonna get good at it, like doing Sudokus or something. You wanna get good at doing your Sudoku, you gotta do them a million zillion times. Twist this, twist this. There we go. Alright, so now that this is done, now we go up to the bilge. Bilge is just upstairs. How are we doing? Doing pretty good, Nair South. How are you doing? You can't believe I called attention to their death? I mean, it was on the screen, though. I called attention to the death. It was on screen. Gotta talk about things that happen. People, we talk about things that happen in our lives on a day-to-day basis. It's who we are. I've never used Primal Left R on a melee. Is it really as good as people say? The mantle? I'm not going to answer that question. Go do it. And then come back to me with curse words when you go, oh my god, why did I use any other mantle in the whole video game? This is so much better. Oh my god, what the heck? Oh my god. Oh, your god. Somebody's god. What is happening?
To the bilge control room.
Can't complain. Just packing for your flight. Ooh, exciting. Flying home for the holidays?
Pattern recognition. Gotta get good at it. Then you say something like upside down wheelchair, which is not any pattern.
Upside down wheelchair is the pattern because it looks like a wheelchair that is upside down. It's very, very recognizable. in my lives when I do EK. Well, you do it on every melee. You don't just have to do it on EK. Right now, all of the endgame melees use the Primal Avatar Mantle because it does the most damage. Yeah, to put it in perspective, it does... If you're level 32... Let me just calculate it out here. 32 times 3 plus 2. So it does 96 D6s plus whatever 6 times 32 times 3 is. So, what, 9.5 damage... it's 9.5 damage times 32 times 3. What's 9.5 times 32 times 3? Whatever that number is. Okay, I'm breaking my sword. I don't like this. If I have to kill all these monsters, I'm going to use the Isle of Dread hand axe that I got in a vain attempt for it to cure me or to fix this problem. There we go. Thank you, Isle of Dread hand axe. How much is that? So 9.5 times 32 times 3. So it does 912 base damage every 5 seconds. That's multiplied by spell power. And double strikes. I need to go all the way up with this. So there's a trick to doing it. I actually don't know the trick to getting launched all the way up. But there's a trick to getting launched all the way up. And I will figure out what that trick is eventually. Like so. Except I don't grab on because I suck at the game. Damn it. I was trying to land on it and then I changed my mind and realized I wanted to actually grab. And it was too late. Anyway, this is the longest part of this. Back place on Earth? Ontario? Hey man, Ontario's not that bad. Nope, nothing. This will take me a minute or so. I had it the first time, I just didn't land on it. Yeah, this is one of the worst jumps in the entire game. It'll just take you an hour or so to get done. But once you're done, then you're good. I have 43 minutes left of my buffs. So hopefully it won't take longer than 43 minutes. But again, we'll see. If it takes longer than 43 minutes, I have to restart the quest, which would be very annoying. Okay. We'll get it. Oh, okay. It looks like it goes all the way up, but it doesn't. It looks like you do. So one part of the game has a visual that goes all the way up, but it doesn't actually throw you that much. Okay, try again. Nope, try again. Important note, there's no other way to get up solo. This is the only way to do it. Nope, it was a visual again. Oh, nice and fun. Use the hireling, because when you tell the hireling to use a valve, they will run directly to your position as soon as they can. No matter what, you're reliant on getting a big boost. There's no way to do it without getting a big boost. Boop. Put them on hold and passive. Okay, I bet you 5 gifted subs that if I put them on hold and passive, after I click use it, they will run directly to me. 5 gifted subs. You don't want to take that bet because you know I'm right. But also you don't want to take that bet because, you know, all the millions of reasons you don't want to spend the money. But I'm telling you, dude, it's 100% legit. Oh, I'm still biting my tongue for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I got it finally. Thank you. Anyway, I'll just show it up because I know what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm a rogue. Oh my god, and then Blue Phoenix with the gifted subs. You didn't have to do that. I was mostly just wanted to prove points. So these guys respawn. It took so long. Oh my god. Okay, check this out. Watch this. So, passive. Right? There's the hireling. Click use. Whee! It didn't launch me. But look, my hireling. They're underneath my feet. Why are they underneath my feet? Because when you tell a hireling to use an object, they then come to you no matter what. Under all circumstances, they always run to you. That's how it works. Passive, I gotta use it. It doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work. That's I guess the intended programming of how they're supposed to function. That's how they work. Also, thank you for the subs, though, dude. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. So that's very, very, very kind of you. I do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your day. And yeah, that's like very, very kind. It's even worse when you're on like the other floors, because then they start running random places because they try to path you and they can't. So they start running all over the dungeon trying to get to you. If you're not paying attention, your hireling will actually run out the door all the way up here and start getting killed trying to figure out how to get to you. And they can't. Even though there is no path, they'll just start running in random places. It is a experience. But welcome to the stream team: Leviathan, Bro Joshua, Ring o' Blood, Winterwolf, the Squirrel Patrol, and Mad Catter. So that's why I didn't have the hireling pull that lever. Is because it's actually faster for me to just land and do it myself than it is to have the hireling do it, because every time they have to run back and forth and run back and forth. And when they run back and forth, there's a chance that they run over and then they do this weird bug where they don't actually use the lever. Okay, so this room, very dangerous. Lots of magic missiles, lots of warlocks. Basically, I need to go up to the top floor of these areas and kill these monsters. Fortunately, I have feather falling. So with feather falling, I can easily make it up here and kill this guy. And then the other guy that's next to him over here. Like so. And then I want to do the same thing on the other side. I don't know if you can reach from here, but you should be able to. These rooms, I think, are symmetrical. Not when I don't press jump, though. Not when I don't press jump, though. It's too hard. Okay, and we're set. All right. Now there's oozes that spawn in the water here. I can't actually attack them in the water, so I'm going to pull them up here. Because it's the only way to actually hit the oozes. Because for whatever reason, they're like too short, I guess. I'm going to beat them up with my hand axe that I've ripped out of Isle of Dread. Good old Isle of Dread hand axe. Use Albert in the Demon quest. And the hireling doesn't come running to me. Is it Val's only? I always have the hireling come running to me in that quest as well, so I don't know. It could also just be a bug on my account if you guys don't experience that. That's not the most unlikely thing. But I don't think that's the case, but it could be. Every hireling I've ever used always runs back to me. After you ask it to use an item. It's very frustrating when you're trying to solo Crucible for that exact purpose, because you want them to stay on the levers and they just won't. And you don't want to go up there and pull that lever right away, because the warlocks will spawn behind you, and again, you're going to get hit by very dangerous lightning damage if you're not paying attention well enough. Aha! And the quest is over. So that's a pit solo with that frustrating section for 21 minutes and 50 seconds. I kind of wish I'd gone a little bit faster, but that's okay. And I get 2 chests for it. And I get attacked by a Mineros Taker Black Pudding. Go away. Here you go. Get him. Get him, Faden. I'm going to recall out. And since I'm in House D, I can just do some of the quick and easy House D quests that are right here. Stormcleave and Stromwald's Mine. Because they're level 8, and I'm right here, ready for that level. Con 4 belt, interesting. Watchful thing, interesting. Enchanting illusion goggles, very cool. I don't need those, but that's kind of a cool item. And illusion resistance. I need none of these, so I'm just going to grab an item that I can sell, because I can always use more money. What's mine? Is that the one where you can do the adamantine ritual? No, that is Relic of a Sovereign Past. I'm going to quickly talk to the barkeep and repair, because I need to repair my weapons that have all broken. And then I will be heading into the quest. Oh no, my great axe is permanently damaged. This quest is very easy for this character. It's just going to be time consuming because you got to run around a lot. I don't really have any good advice for getting through this one. You kind of just run through it. I'm going to be using all of my anger steps, so I'll have to shrine to get more of them. There's no monsters to cast magic missile in here at least, so you don't have to worry about casting shield, unless you're doing this on Reaper mode, because Famine Reapers cast magic missile. Pit restart guide. Oh yeah, if you want to learn how to restart the pit, you can grab the pit restart guide and read it. I didn't do that. I don't know if I've actually ever read the pit restart guide. I kind of just like ran around the pit until I figured it out. But I'm sure you could read the pit restart guide if you wanted. Yeah, now that I think about it, I have no clue if that would be a good idea. Anyway, now I'm just going to go run around, fighter some people. And then once I get to level 12, I will be taking greater weapon specialization. Or greater weapon focus. Sorry, superior weapon focus. Gives me more hit chance, which will be nice. Ooh, then the damage will come up. Fighter level 5, 7, 11, 13. You don't get anything on any of those levels, and they're very sad levels. No feats, no anything, no powers. 12 is huge, though. 12 gets an extra use of Second Wind, 2 feats, tier 5s, 4th core, get access to Power Surge. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? That was a Night Revels champion. Is Night Revels going? I guess Night Revels is going, everybody. That's a Night Revels champ. Cool. Yes, the quest that we're thinking of is, or Strumbald's mine is the one with the, you have to find all the dead miners. Infantry right now? Yeah, it looks like the weekly sales are going into the game now. Pathfinder superior to 3.5. Maybe. The problem is, you can make the argument to me that Pathfinder is a superior system, but I have said, I have personally experienced a very different quality of player between not 3.5, but between D&D and Pathfinder, in terms of like, again, this is my small sample size. The Pathfinder players that I played with are more numbers crunchers focused sort of people than roleplay sort of people in my personal experience playing Pathfinder and D&D. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you really got to know who the audience is, like who you're chatting with. Icons on the champs? No, I didn't. Those types of like very subtle things I don't even notice. I'm not a very observant person. Oh, have the keys been added to the store? I don't know. Good question. Probably. Get out of here, Ortodar. Remember when this guy was like hard to deal with? So that guy, that champion, just hit me for about 30 damage. If I didn't have my resistance on, he would have hit me for 90 damage. So again, fire resistance, good. So December deals? Probably. Yes, Night Revels is one of the best ways to gain experience points, especially in epics. Pretty good. Dude, Minotaur Lord Halos was... There's a reason he was Minotaur Lord Halos, because he was dangerous as hell. Yeah, they just turned him on, so somebody else in guild also just ripped their first Maybar chest and is like, whoa, Maybar chests. Yeah, let's see if it's anywhere, because they would post the details somewhere. Maybe it's on Twitter. A lot of the stuff is probably automatic. Deals continue. 35% off Fate Arc Illusionist. I mean, Fate Arc Illusionist is very good and is cheap, so it's even cheaper. 50% off Alchemist. And 75% off Evening Star Challenge packs. Flames Injure VIP? Yeah. I have all of these things, so I don't really care.
A long abandoned amphitheater.
I gotta say, the sound effect when you strike through hit people is very satisfying. Just smash them all up.
With a rude
You don't have to clear the 4 rooms, no. So there is mechanics on it.
crates are stacked
The way that it works is that each room gives him a defense. The only room I'm going to care about is the stone skin room, which basically makes him immune to physical damage. I can't deal damage to the boss unless it's physical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just destroy the earth elemental. That breaks his immunity, so then I can damage him. There we go.
Take up the shard of stone.
I've got the Shard of Stone. There's also the Fire Shield that reduces the damage he takes from fire. Probably some other stuff. I actually don't know every mechanic. We used to clear them all. I do remember explicitly clearing all of them when I first started playing DDO back 100 years ago. Every time. You grab every shard, you clear every little boss pack. You had to be really careful because everything was very dangerous in here. And one of the reasons why this sword is just so nice to have, especially for quests like this, right around level 8 level range is when every quest contains monsters known as Blackbone Skeletons. Blackbone Skeletons are immune to fire. It was like the answer to Firewall, effectively. Wall of Fire used to be one of the best spells in the game, and it was used by everybody for a lot of reasons. It has received nerfs. I think a old school Firewall still, even unnerfed, wouldn't affect the game too much today. But it's probably good that it is what it is. Basically, Firewall back in the day used to always deal its damage. So what that means is if you put 5 firewalls, when a monster would walk in, they would take damage from all 5 firewalls at the same time. And that makes it a little bit more complicated. So Standing Stone Games made it so that they only take damage from 1 wall of fire, no matter how many they're inside.
He beckons you closer.
But then also, the second way to stop Wall of Fire is Blackbone Skeletons. Blackbone Skeletons are immune to fire. They don't take any damage from fire. They're also immune to cold, so goodbye, spellcasters. Fortunately for me, my weapon deals holy damage and undead bane damage, so it's actually still pretty good, even though my physical is reduced because I'm using a sword. Yeah, they also used to auto-crit undead, which is another big deal. Undead still take double damage from Wall of Fire, but Wall of Fire damage is also... It never got buffed, so it's still too low. I don't think you would use Wall of Fire now. And I'm going to go for the Arcane Blackbones, because they are most dangerous monsters. Yeah, you know, Pious Gruel is also mildly dangerous, but he's nowhere near as dangerous as the Arcane Blackbones.
Curse of a giant's tongue as his blood spills across the dead ground.
Oh, okay. I don't mind the change to Firewall. It's not a big deal to me.
You take up the shard of stone.
They could go back and change it, but they don't have to. What is this? DDO solo guided playthrough. I just checked on Twitter. Strimtom showing players nothing with DDO to level a character while soloing, in quotes, using a hireling. That type of behavior I don't appreciate. It is okay to use hirelings in this game. You shouldn't be calling people out for soloing while using a hireling. Hirelings are an in-game mechanic, and people should not feel shamed for using hirelings. If you are doing that to people, you're helping make the game worse. Just straight up. It's an in-game mechanic designed to help players get better at the game and learn how to play. It is perfectly okay to use a hireling, and no one should ever make you feel bad for choosing to use one. Now, granted, if you're playing in a party with others, so you're in a group, you know, ask your group leader if it's okay to summon a hireling, and they may say no, and if they say no, then that's perfectly fine. But when you're playing by yourself, don't be bullied by these dumb internet bullies to not use a hireling. Use a hireling. Don't let someone else just be like, oh, hirelings are bad, or like, you're bad if you use one. Don't let that happen. Please, like, if somebody says that to you, like, they're an idiot, and they don't know what they're doing. I don't think they meant anything bad by it, but it shows it's just a pattern of behavior, like, that there's no difference between soloing with hireling and soloing without a hireling. It's not like there's some level of prestige or something like that. Hirelings are in the game. It's a game mechanic. If you don't like using game mechanics in the game that are designed to be used, That's your own problem. Hey, what's up, Max Wilson? How are you? Good morning. Yeah, like I said, I just want that to stuff like that. I want to be like hella clear, dude. It is perfectly okay.
Heat from your body
Cacophonic
flows
burst.
into
What's
the
cacophonic burst? I believe it used to be a big deal that we always prepped for and did on the way up. It's
Still
ages since
there.
I've run it. Yeah, I run this pretty much every life. I always run Stormcleave. It's fun. It's nostalgia. It's good. I feel like I have read that spell over in the spell compendium.
Only the official jump.
Yeah, never feel bad for using hirelings. If you want to use a hireling, use a hireling. That's it. And if anybody tries to make you feel bad for using a hireling, or try to claim that you're not soloing because you're using a hireling, as I said, they're just an idiot. And you can ignore them. Oh, good. The old overrun. 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 Oh, yeah, one of these is a health regeneration effect. I forgot. Get him out of here.
One last time in angry
That was
defiance.
amazing for soloing. It was better when it had 5-second cooldown to resummon. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, I made a mistake. I didn't shrine, so I don't have anger step. So I'm going to drink potions. Am I going to drink potions the entire way back? I shouldn't do that. That's a bad idea. I might. That sounds like a bad idea. That's a lot of potions to drink. It's a lot of platinum to throw away. I did loot a lot of chests, so maybe it's fine. Instead of movement speed items, just drink potions the entire way. Just shrine, but there's no monsters. It would be a lot of potions. I'm just gonna shrine. That's true. Good idea. Oh man. You're level 10. You're level 10. Can't you get Mikhail? He's level 11. Mikhail the Pious is level 11 hireling. Great hireling, who I will be making use of. I will be using Mikhail the Pious this run. Mikhail the Pious is a fantastic hireling. What he does is he is a fighter that has access to Dimension Door through the greater or the lesser Dragon Mark of Passage. And so I will be using Mikhail the Pious tremendously in this run, which should be a good time. At least I assume it's going to be a good time. I mean, obviously we'll see. But there's like a lot of just walking back. Just gonna walk and wait. Being patient. I don't have any of that. I have no patience. I just want to get to where I'm going. Go faster. There are a couple quests that are mildly worrisome, and I will be using an item to bypass them. I don't think I'm going to do Vaughn 3, because Vaughn 3 seems really sketchy. I kind of want to do Vaughn 2, but if I'm going to do Vaughn 2, I'm going to buy a Beholder Crystal, because I don't want to die because I'm on hardcore. But then I ask myself the question, do I need to do Vaughn 2? The answer is probably no, because the XP in Vaughn 2 is not very good. So I might just do Vaughn 1. We'll see. I should be able to do Temple of Elemental Evil Part 1 without too many issues. My only worry is that damn hallway. I don't know how I'm going to get through the door. The trap door. Because usually I would like cast a spell around it or something, but I can't do that. That's not an option for me. Oh, that's a lot. These are a lot of really good items. Magma Surge, Blazing, Deflecting. I mean, this is cool. Got Fire Absorb and some other stuff. Harpies are going to be annoying. Harpies are going to be annoying. True. Can you scroll detect doors? Yeah, but it's level 1 detect doors. It's not high enough level. I don't know what search you need, but it's definitely too high for detect doors scrolls. Can I change up your hardcore inquisitive by finding 4 enhancement points and taking Vistani and Falconry just deep enough to get favorite enemies? Yeah, you could do that if you wanted.
To ruin the air. As the door opens, you glimpse a pair of rust monsters skittering away.
Each favorite enemy gives you 2 more damage against your favorite enemies that you have. So it's not a bad idea at all. We talked about that during the video. I just didn't want to include that. I said it was like one of those things you could swap out. I'd have to take a look. Oh god. It's on cooldown. Oh my god. Oh, my hireling's useless. Oh god. Oh my god. Please, hireling, help me out. Oh god. Terrifying. I forgot about rust monsters. Woo! Forgot about rust monsters. Terrifying monster. Rust monster, eh? Well, it's a good thing that they added Second Wind, a new ability that heals you for half your health and breaks any stuns starting at level 8. Wow, what a useful ability. I'm using the first shrine I see. Perfect. Oh, God. Oh, Phaeton's fighting a Monarch Scorpion. Why are you fighting a Monarch Scorpion? Come on, Phaeton. It's no time to be monkeying about. Oh, jeez. Anyway, that was spooky. It was. I actually thought I was going to possibly die there, but fortunately my hireling was paying enough attention to heal me, which is good. I could have probably saved myself a little bit of a headache if I had used a healing potion at some point during that, just so I got 50 more healing amplification for when I get healed by my hireling, but... There's a lightning trap here. Gonna jump over it, pull the hireling, and we should be good. Whew. Anyway, this is why rest shrines are in the game. This is why we have rest shrines. Damn, dude, that was terrifying. I completely spaced on rust monsters, so that is something that can happen. All the times I've talked about here of pay attention and actually look at your surroundings, don't get complacent. This is what happens when you get distracted. You get complacent and you forget about some important things. I should have been more careful around those rust monsters. I should have been more careful because there was a champion rust monster, Herald of Asmodeus. You know, what are you gonna do? Enter a shrine and get your second winds back. Thank you, second wind. Wind. I actually forgot about second wind for a while. Now my fortitude saves are really high, so I shouldn't have failed that many, but I must have rolled really low twice. And a fighter uses the rest shrine, the kind of fighter that almost died and needs to get my second winds back. Yeah, oh, sorry, Cruiser, you wouldn't know about that. You usually do the whole dying thing as opposed to the almost dying thing. My bad. Yeah. I don't mean to, call attention to that.
If your hireling dies, then do they get kicked off the hardcore server?
Yeah, no one can. If a hireling dies, no one can use the hireling at all for the rest of hardcore. All right, Shadow of Maybar. Oh, yeah. Dodge and blur, eh? Yeah, I'm not a thrower fighter. I don't throw. I fight. Got him, dude. Sorry, I don't mean to attack you like that in the middle of your workday. But I did it anyway. So, that's pretty cool. Oh, I still miss 7 engineers. My spidey senses are telling me that I missed one upstairs, but what do we need to do? I'm on vacation. Oh, you're on vacation right now? Nice. That's exciting. Very cool.
This cavern is cooler and more
Got any fun plans?
even with the
Anything exciting? Rip no D-door? Nah, it's okay. I don't need D-door. I'm thinking I maybe missed one, but 5 down here is actually pretty good. I'm gonna take this step by step. No, that's okay. You don't need plans. Plans are for suckers, you know. All these like vacation people will con you into being like, oh, you're on vacation, time to travel to you know, go see the monster truck rallies in Atlanta. And you're like, oh man, I'm missing out, but you're not actually missing out. Nobody wants to go see those. Maybe some people do. Yeah, exactly. That's also not a bad idea. Just develop a crippling video game addiction, so that way whenever somebody does suggest doing something fun, you say no thanks and you decline, and instead you play your video games and you spend the time alone. Also a reasonable option. Usually my preferred course of action, honestly, you know, just what's that? Real life calling? No thanks. I gotta hang up the phone. I have video games to play. Video games. There's a dead body right here. Since Isla Dread came out, do people not do Sorrow Dusk anymore? Nobody does Sorrow Dusk. People, I can't think of the last time people regularly ran Sorrow Dusk.
A massive cage stands in the center of this room. Smoke production is the same as content.
Oh, good. Greater command, roll the 1. I'm gonna go kick this drab priest's ass for that one. Like, I do Sorrow Dusk sometimes, but I definitely don't regularly do Sorrow Dusk.
On closer inspection, you see a gaunt and disheveled dwarf huddled in the cage.
Well, the corpse here, I'm missing 1. Oh, the old missing 1 corpse. Why do I do this quest? Oh, it's up there. Ah, perfect. It's just in the path of the fire, in front of the scorpion. There's a fire trap right here, in front of all these grates. This is out of range. Where do I have to be to use the corpse? What do you mean corpse is out of range? What the fuck is this?
Why get a video game addiction when you can instead chug a large amount of energy drinks and destroy your lower intestine for a small fee? Cage Cogger's Waffle Pog.
Yeah, basically. I like Waffle Pog. It fits in. I like the way that also Brian says Waffle Pog. It's perfect. Be a Snowstar. How likely are you going to be running out your next group life? Strimtom? Oh, if you want me to get you a Snowstar, I can get you a Snowstar. That's not a problem. Insightful charisma, eh?
You didn't even have horse for the waffles. I demand you make them again. Maj, _down, now.
Well, the problem is, I would do that, except for the fact that the waffle maker that it was sent to me, I'm going to have to show this. Clearly, you guys don't know. This waffle iron, it sleek stainless steel design stores upright, and I put it away. I stored it upright using the sleek stainless steel design. But unfortunately, as fun as it would be to make the waffles, it's already stored. I can't just do it again. That doesn't make any sense. Like what? That doesn't make any sense. So I can't do it again. No, sorry. Sorry, dude. Literally doesn't make any sense, so I can't. Oh, wow. Look at those. Look at that helmet. You only eat 1 waffle? No, I ate 2 waffles. There's a lot of waffles. They're like really thick. Okay, now what do we do? I can go do Von 1 for sure. So I'll go do Von 1. I kind of want to do Temple of Elemental Evil 1 for sure. It might be a little tough.
The dark of
We'll see.
eternal night has drawn its cloak over Dalaris.
Yeah, I ate 2 waffles. It was a lot. It was like a lot of waffle. More than I thought.
Hey guys, Strim here. Just bought a new couch. Sat on it once and then put it back in the box. Stored upright saves space.
Yeah. You not flip your couches
You don't
upright to
make
save
sense,
space?
Madge. How do we know you are even real match?
How do I not make sense? It's the packaging says store it. So I stored it. And yes, that's what you do. You get your couch, right? You buy it from the store. It comes in a big box, as couches tend to do. And then you take that couch, and when you're done sitting on it, you flip it horizontal, like vertically, and you store it against the wall. It saves space. Now you can do so many more activities. That's what I do. This bookcase, it's upright because it saves space. You know, can't believe I have to explain this. Beds that folds up against the wall. No, because those beds are like attached to the wall. The couch that is not attached, it just goes up against the wall. Just flip it. Think about your computer desk. How much space could you save if you put it against the wall? Just saying. I'm trying to save you guys space.
You forgot to put your bookcase in a box, though.
I did, yeah. Chieftain good with Onigroshi. Onigroshi Chieftain? It's good. Especially because there's the node that gives you 100 fire resistance. Unless, I don't know if they changed Chieftain, if that's still in the game. I have nothing of note to say about Therish Arena. It is not dangerous.
Like the underground highway to Tharas
As long as you have elemental resistances. You can notice the theme that elemental resistances make quests not dangerous. Back in the day, there used to be a effect on the ships where you could get 30 elemental resistances from the ship. SSG took that away because it was too good. And you can see why. Because I have 20 and I don't take any elemental damage. 30, you don't take any elemental damage in heroics. And there's nothing to unlock. You just had it all the time. I know why people wanted it to stay. I was okay with it going away because it means that you actually had to like play the game with some amount of fear. Hey, Hireling, can you do something? Not good enough to take away. I definitely think it was good enough to take away. That was my problem, is that it just made the early game, you just went to the ship every hour, got your buffs, and then you ignored all the things. Granted, you do the same thing here, but like, I don't know, man. I guess I could go either way. I don't think it matters to me. Is there still fear in heroics? There can be when you're playing solo. When you're playing Sulu.
The gates of Tharas Arena loom ahead.
Lots of people die in Hardcore League.
A well-groomed bugbear and a host of trollish and
I could die. I hope not. But it could happen.
monsters
I'm like mildly worried about Ravenloft, but
eager for the main event.
mildly is the operative word there.
Curse as they catch sight of you.
Carry on, Hunter. My biggest fear in Ravenloft? Status effects, mostly. So, like, getting hit by a... yeah, pretty much any status effect. So, fear, command, stuff like that. Entangle. I think my character can handle itself in pretty much all cases, except when it can't do anything. And that is the scary moment, when your character goes, "Oh," and stops functioning entirely. Just freeze in place. Not good. Yeah, I'm gonna make Hail the Pious that one. I think there's only one Shadow Fate I have to deal with, and even then I can just get rid of the debuff with the curse. Also, I don't have a way to hit incorporeal targets yet either, which is annoying. I can only get that from like named gear, and I haven't found any gear that has ghostly yet. So RBW was slain by a Syndicate Arcanist. Oopsie. You get a Ghostly Augment? I can from Isle of Dread, but the odds of pulling the Ghostly Augment are extremely low, so I don't really want to do that. Another thing that's dangerous about Ravenloft is that the Wraiths in Ravenloft cast Dispel magic freely. And I can't kill them quickly because I don't have access to incorporeality, so I can't hit anything. So that becomes a problem. Hey. Oh well. I guess it's just up there. 2 night revels for Ruby of Ghostbane. I could do that. I'm not going to. Wait, what did Mr. Dorak say? Come play with Horse and me. It's been a while. Oh, there you go. Sometimes that's ghostly on it. Even random my gears. QC has it a lot. Yeah, I haven't pulled the Ghost Touch item. I've done quests that have Ghost Touch items in them. I just haven't gotten lucky, I guess. Which is not to say that this character hasn't been lucky. I've gotten a couple good items. I'm still wearing this engraved ring. It's the best protection item I've got so far. I'm still wearing the Spear Bane. No trinket. Level 5, level 6 helmet, level 4 constitution item. I haven't found a lot of like recent upgrades, but you know, I'll get there. It's all work in progress. As I say, Rome wasn't built in a day because they, you know, didn't have the tools. I don't know why they didn't build Rome in a day. That would have been way faster. I'm going to shrine here because I am out of action boosts, and the action boosts are really good for this character for clearing stuff. Alright. I also like that Faden Meleth has somehow cast 40 mana worth of spells. Amazing. Like, thanks, Faden. Thanks, thank you for showing up. I'll be picking up some of the more aggressive favorite soul hirelings as I level up, because having aggressive hirelings can be very helpful when you're playing by yourself. Really helps out the damage.
Shouts. We have a last-minute team for today's bloodbath, all the way from Stormreach. Angry howls erupt from the crowd.
All right, now we chill. Wait for everything to come to me.
Crushers, kobolds, and the Mudwallow ogres are hungry for blood, and they're joining forces against the Stormreach team.
Honestly, knowing stuff is definitely not my area of expertise. I'm not much of a knowing stuff sort of guy. Hey, it's the Mudwallow ogres. Get them out of here. There's also scary spellcasting kobolds, but I don't care too much about these. Oh, never mind. I do care much about these. The nice thing about Hypnotic Pattern is if I take one hit, I'm free of the Hypnotic Pattern, so it's not all bad. I like how much critical damage I deal, so whenever I critically hit, it's just like a big chunk. Later on, when this character gets higher levels, I'll have access to Deadly Strike, which is an automatic crit, so I can basically kill whatever I want. A Good Death, which is an attack where when they're under half, I can kill them. So both these things are very good. A Good Death is going to pretty much solve all my bossing problems. On top of this, still haven't finished floor 1. Wait, you haven't finished floor 1? Bro, that's so bad. I'm almost at the end of my 3rd Sanctum. And I have like 600 Resolve and 600 Inspiration right now. And I get hit all the time. I don't know, maybe you're just doing something wrong. Maybe it's because you're playing RF, you can't see anything around you, because all you see is the big fireball from Righteous Fire.
So many great gladiators slaughtered in their prime.
Like, here's what I will say. The only character that I find frustrating to deal with, the only guard... Oh, there's 2 of them. There's the one that teleports to you, that basically uses like a flicker strike sort of thing, where he constantly teleports to you and cleaves. So that one is can be annoying. And the other one is the fire archer who tumbles and rolls around. It just attacks very quickly. The cold archer is super easy to manage. It's the fire archer that can be annoying. Also, what's up, Don's Early Light? Welcome to Texas Thursday, partner. Am I blind? What's blinding me right now? What is this? Oh, it was the Maelstrom white thing. Hypnotic Pattern. Get him, Faden. Get him. Get him. Nice. Yeah, cast your spell for 200 damage. The cold one? No, I don't. I ignore that. But I also kill the guards when they spawn, so I do a little bit of damage.
Strim, did you tip your cowboy hat? Not a very good greeting, 3/7.
Actually true. I am not very good at knowing how to do the proper cowboy greeting. I don't even own a 10-gallon hat. We should fix that. And 10-gallon hat, that's a lot of gallons in a hat. Also, I like how he says, I will devour your children. You know, that really puts the fear into you. You're like, oh no,
Seize the mighty axe.
I don't even have any. I'm a robot. What is 10 gallons in metric? 38 liters. Does have children? What do you think of the toasters are in his house? Hey man, just because my character's a robot does not mean my children are toasters. Okay. Other quests to do. A lot of these other quest options really blow. I already did the pit. Honestly, at this point, even though it's a little over leveled, what I probably should have done before taking my level is the pirate quests. Because I can get the saga, which will help me out quite a bit on advancing. So I think I'm going to do those. So I'm going to go to House D and finish off the House D pirate quests. And if I finish off the House D pirate quests, I mean, I'm not doing all of them. I'm going to be skipping the final one with the VIP skip because it's pretty good. So I'll just be doing the Black Lock and the other two. The Black Lock, Bargain of Blood, and the final quest and everything, the boat one, and everything should be fine. Now beaten and dead? Oh, very, very much.
House these nuts.
I do spies? I don't want to do spies in the house on this character. If I get thrown onto the lightning floor, I lose, and there's a air elemental that would throw me onto the lightning floor, causing me to lose. So I definitely don't want to deal with that nonsense. Spies is in the saga? I don't think Spies is in the saga. In fact, I'm certain Spies is not in the saga. Perfect. This is where I wanted to go. Beautiful. The reason why this is where I wanted to go is because I wanted to be able to run around and break all these ballistas by hand by teleporting up here. Very convenient. Yeah, Fire Cave's also not in the saga. Guard Duty not in the saga. There's a whole bunch of quests that aren't in the saga. The Pirate Saga makes absolutely no sense. I would be totally fine if they wanted to retool it and put a bunch of the quests that aren't in the saga. Because you really only have to do like half of the quests in Three Barrel Cove. But like, I really don't understand the connection to most of the quests. Can't get them. What daily dice? Double predictions? Double Woostrom? Woostrom? What? Pirates? Yeah, but there's pirates in all of those quests. I guess there's no pirates in Fire Caves because it's a Minotaur thing. But Scoundrels Run definitely has pirates in it, so I don't know why it's not in there. Yeah, we all want heroic precious cargo. That's what we want. Also, I'm supposed to put on magic missile protection at this point. Apparently. There's a treasure chest here, and I'm gonna get it. Get out of here, bad guys. Man, if I get, like, the movement speed boots, the Flightfoot Greaves, that would be so cool. I don't think I will, but that would be amazing if I did. Tom, are you going to use the Shield Guardian Hireling? No, I'm not going to use the Shield Guardian Hireling. If I didn't use Frogo, I'm not using the Shield Guardian. I forgot to show how to do the last part of SDK without a hireling, or without a trap character. So that was my mistake. I'm not going to go back and do that, but I should have. I can't go back and do that now, so that's why I'm not going to do it, but... How are you guys doing? Hope everyone's having a good day today. Just hanging out up here, you know, beating some ballistas. What's going on behind me? Fight to the sentry. Get him. Go, Faden. Kick his ass. If this wasn't like a +1, whoopsie. If I had like, maybe if I got like a Barovian throwing dagger. Oh man, a +5 with fire and holy damage. I'd be destroying this thing. Anyway, it's good enough for now. Wait, where'd Faden go? Oh yeah, she's just going to beat this guy up. Alright, sounds good. Actually, I could walk over there, but I'm not going to. Could just go get one. Well, I can't just go get one. I took the Barovian bastard sword.
Smashed to splinters. The blood tides are no longer ships with their
I remember when I used to do this quest back in the day, I would always go up here and do this extra section. Always. Now, the reason why I'm swimming under here is because there's 2 water elementals, and then once I get past the 2 water elementals, I will be in fighting the final boss. So this way I don't have to use any RNG to get past one of the doors. There's a door upstairs that you can go instead of coming down this way. To get through it, you just need to aggro the monsters on the other side, or have the ability to pick locks. And I don't know what the odds of me having either of those circumstances take place, so I'm just going to run up here. So Chunks, you could get yourself a Pharaoh Crystal throwing dagger. I only did like 5 Feywild quests, so I don't think I got 20 chunks. Great question, though. Goodbye, Captain Grimm. Dunzo. Think I can just gonna take a minute? Yeah. Got him. Sweet. The XP is not amazing, but I just want to fill up a couple quests here, so I can get the saga. That's all. You're on Salt Marsh? Maybe have some chits? No, I have not done Heroic Salt Marsh. I don't need a throwing weapon. It was only for that thing. Since I've already done the quest, I don't need a better throwing weapon. But I do like your suggestions of where to go to get some extra items. Those are good suggestions. But yeah, I would have gotten more experience if I did this ahead of time. I just figured I'd finish off the saga. Usually I would do Vaughn 2 and 3. But it's the anti-beholder crystals. I just don't know if I want to buy it. That's all. I do have a pink shoulder. Look at my pink shoulder. Also, I should have done the other quest first instead of doing the black lock, because by doing the other quest first, that would have been better. Also, my hireling is expired. So I'm doing this hireling without a hireling, I guess. Oh, I have Nemeth. All right. It's good enough. And now eventually I will get my use magic device check. It's a 50-50, so odds are I'm going to get one pretty soon. That's why I bought 3 ones. Because I know the odds of getting the use magic device check for the shield is not going to happen all the time. Hey, Cedaron, what's up? Started with Fun Tank. Can't wait to play it in early epics. Nice. Just so you know, it'll be a little bit slow doing Reapers. Right now, there's only tanks. There's, I think, 2 DPS players at level cap. And there's like 5 tanks. So, whereas last season, there was like 2 people playing tank, and everybody else was playing DPS. We overcorrected, and now everybody's playing tank. So we'll be slow to get there. But, welcome to the stream team, Cedaron. Hope you're having a fantastic time. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Yeah, you'll be able to get it done. It's just going to take a while, that's all. Wanted high DPS with hounds. True. No arguments here. Yeah, you needed high DPS. Maybe I'll make like an assassin rogue and get it to cat for the DPS. Make like a chains build. Spooky man with his extra damage. These quests are not going to give me a lot of XP, are they?
Green key may
Oh well.
prove useful later on.
Every rank matters. It's just because out of the level 9s, I don't really want to do Von 3 and 4. Both of them are very doable on this character, Von 4 especially. How do you get past this trap? You try to take only one hit. That's why I jumped over that. Then once you're on this side, it's pretty easy to time, but yeah. When they're invisible, you're going to get hit usually one time. Hey, what's up, bastards? Love the zombies near brains, because this guy's like, he's like very bad at this one of resurrecting all the pirates. The idea here is that the pirates are being resurrected so that they, even though they're dead, like they're undead, they're still in control of their whole bodies and stuff. But this necromancer sucks, so he's just in this far off cave all by himself, just screwing up. Poor guy. I mean, he died, so I don't, and he was a bad person, so I don't have a lot of sympathy, but yeah. That way, when you are done, you can give some advice on what packs you should buy. I don't know what packs people should buy, so I don't want to give that advice. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I am not the champion of free-to-play players, because I literally don't know what the priority is. I don't know what the best quests are for favor and stuff, because I just don't play that way. I encourage other content creators to take up the mantle and do that, and be like, you know what? Free-to-play. That's why Canicus, who has information about that, is a YouTube channel you should go check out. Not that I don't care about free-to-play players, I just don't have the foundational knowledge. I've never played this game free-to-play, I have no idea what it's like. So like recommending a quest pack, you might be like, yeah, but doesn't that sound simple? It's not simple. I've never had the experience of knowing what you should prioritize, ever. That's never happened to me for once. So then I have to try to remove my foundational knowledge of DDO and then work backwards? No, that's not gonna work. From a can in her hand? Well, yeah. I usually squirt whipped cream from a can into my own mouth because it's very tasty. It's generally my my route going through there. Ah, fear, eh? I will be going for fear immunity later. I think fear immunity is going to be really key to this character's success. Right there. Immune to fear. Everything in this room is a champion. That's always fun. Thank you, Nimeth, for killing people with me.
The blue on this key is
I always sub to MMOs. Exactly, I'm the same thing. If I'm playing a game that I enjoy playing, I just subscribe.
The key in this door is the same bright blue as a polished sapphire.
Like, I can give the obvious recommendations, right? So, a good recommendation for some is going to be like, oh, well, hey, you know what you should do? You should go run, or you should go buy Giant Hold. Like, Giant Hold's great, because it's tons of XP, and there's lots of good items, and there's lots of favor. So, this is a good option. It's also got an epic component.
Sadly,
But, like, what do you do if you need to get to Giant Hold?
are all
Mhm.
cheap fakes made of paste.
The worst is the one guy in Mirror that summons rats? There's a guy in Mirror that summons rats? Oh, true. Yeah. Where they don't summon rats. They accidentally convert all of their minions to rats. Yes, I do recall this one. Also supposed to be easy button Christmas gift as well. I mean, it depends on what your definition of easy button Christmas gift is. People get destroyed in Reaper mode by gold champs. I got turned to gold twice yesterday. So I made a clerical error when I described it. There's no saving throw against the gold effect. If you get turned to gold, you get turned to gold. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't know why the auction house takes any of your profits, if I'm being honest, but, you know, it is what it is.
As you wonder whether the ship is still empty, you hear a shout from the quarterdeck above. Darren Keetuk has arrived.
So, yeah. It's fun. Epic moment out of gold? No, I didn't get golded again. After we thought about that, I didn't get golded. Where's it getting attacked from? Oh, this guy over here. Yeah, I understand why it's like that. It just sucks. Also, Ontario Storm, what is this? Wait, there's a storm coming? Uh-oh. I gotta look this up. Okay. I'm gonna look up the weather in a sec. Let me finish this quest first. What turns you to gold? Minor Roast Takers.
There is no emotion on Darren Keetuk's face as you cut him down. No sign of concern about what awaits.
Okay. Go here.
He stares this heavy key.
Okay, quest is over. I didn't need to loot that.
It could fit only one door in the black lock.
Snowfall warning. Snowfall accumulations of... It's going to snow a foot? That's good. It's helpful. Very good. Good snow. Overnight through Saturday morning. So significant snowfall overnight through Friday night. Friday commutes may be significantly impacted. Consider postponing non-essential travel until conditions improve. Services such as highways, roads, walkways, and parking lots may become difficult to navigate due to accumulating snow. Please continue to monitor alerts and forecasts issued by Environment Canada. Report severe weather. Send an email to Ontario Storm. All right. What's 15 to 25 centimeters? That's some snow, dude. Arts and craft related things. So that's motivational wall sticker. What is this? The people who force you to level up. What is this sticker supposed to be for? Who is the target demographic for this sticker? I have no idea. No fees from auction house or shard exchange. I mean, they could do that, but they should just do that in general. Because like when you say level up, usually you're targeting a specific demographic, like gamers and stuff. But also, why are we telling gamers to surround themselves with other people? These are like the type of people that I would expect to not want to be surrounded by other people. And also, who puts that on the wall?
The kobold dashes on the instant you approach. It looks like the blood tide is expecting your arrival. The front gate slams shut before you can slip inside.
Excuse me. There we go. Trying to be in Willow's recommendations. Oh no. Because you're just talking about it and the Amazon can hear you. Okay. Smash this. Break that open. Okay, so this quest has a fast route. I'm showing you the fast way through Bargain of Blood. There's a slightly faster way that some other people use, but this way is jumpless. You don't need to have any jump to be able to do this route, which is why I'm doing this here. Grab this, come over here. Then teleport to me.
The soft lights and well-dressed shoppers suggest
Now I want to fight all the monsters here. I forgot to put on magic missile protection, so I'm just going to kill the sorcerer right away. So she's dead. Kill this archer as well. Perfect. And now we're going to come around this corner here. Should be pretty straightforward. Magic missile protection? Yeah, I just forgot to put it on. There we go. Perfect. Million plat for 100 coin lord favor. I mean, you could probably buy favor if you wanted. That's an interesting mechanic. You just buy the rewards even if you don't have access to them. I mean, I think that would be fitting. It's very good thematically. So I like the idea. Okay, so left lever opens the gate, right lever kills you with a trap. So be careful when you do that one. And then that's it. We're done. Alright, well, I gotta kill the boss, the general manager over here, but that's about it.
A strange shape charges towards you. Could this be the general manager? Now the manager seeks vengeance.
Remember, should be accessible to new players. Well, I feel like the idea of a coin lord having a secondary option where it's not accessible to new players is kind of funny. And thank you. The solo fighter's doing well. Sorry, I just started to feel very, very not good. Like I got this like really big wave of nausea. So that's why I haven't been saying anything. And I don't know where it came from. All right, now go pull this lever so I can loot this chest. Lever is not blocked. Go use it. All right, hireling. See what you like. There you go. All right, we're good. Many years. I have level 24 rigid. Do you recommend any one of your specific posted builds from yourself and mostly spellcaster gear? It's very outdated. Don't feel pressured to respond right now if you're focused on the play along. Thanks in advance. I have a great answer for you, HK. Basically, if you're playing as a wizard, wizard's super good. You can play Eldritch Knight, you can play Pale Master, you can do whatever you want, especially if you're a Warforged. You can go back, you can continue playing and go up to level 30. You can reset back to level 1. You have a lot of options. As far as specifically what you should do with your gear, as if it's outdated, I mean, at that point, really, you just kind of got to ask yourself how much work you want to put into it. If you don't really care about putting too much work in, then you can just reincarnate your character. Set your back to level, or not, set your character back to level 1, and then you can just start over again and re-earn everything and relearn to play the game, which is also not a bad option. You don't get sick? Yeah, I hope I'm not sick. My roommate is very sick, so could be it, but I don't think it's it. I don't know. Yeah, so I know there's kind of a non-answer, but the question is, what do you want to do? Because reincarnation is one of the easier routes, in my opinion. Okay, I'm going to skip a quest here for free for the saga. And boom, that's level rank 53. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. But my nausea developed into a new symptom that helped eliminate my nausea. Anyway, I felt sick for a very short period of time, and now I feel better. I'm now very tired. My throat hurts. But whatever, that's fine. Yeah, let's keep going. We got more solo fighter to do. There's no time but the present. Yeah, I don't know what made me feel so sick. I feel a lot better now. But the only thing I've eaten recently were the waffles. And the waffles made me feel sick. Possibly. That is what I'm assuming that is what made me feel sick, was the waffles. I don't have confirmation that that is true, but I feel like it is, so that's good enough for me. Yeah, that's what we got going on. We dehydration? It's definitely not dehydration, because I drink a lot of water. Oh, anyway, I am now very tired and spacey. If you can describe yourself as being tired and spacey, I would recommend maybe not playing Hardcore League and taking a break from Hardcore, as it's going to make your experience worse if you are in fact very tired and spacey. Just keep that in mind. Oh, man. Yeah, that was not good. I still don't feel good. Mostly they need a good purge every now and then. Sure. Not that type of purge. Mac and cheese with pork chops chopped up and mixed in for dinner. Honestly, you probably could do that. Does sound kind of good. Oh. Yeah, cool. Nausea. I need a second. All right. So, next step. I'm going to be moving on to the higher level quests, level 9s. I'm level 11 now. Since I'm level 11, I can do two things. One, I can buy some new hirelings. Goodbye, Guaipika. Rest in peace. I can buy some new hirelings. Beguile is a Warforged Bard who I'm not going to get, but could be very fun. Castle is a Warforged Fighter, which is actually very good. I like using Castle. And Barrage, the Warforged Wizard, also quite good, has Reconstruct. I will probably use Barrage when I get to level 13. However, before then, we have two hirelings to keep in mind. One is Mikhail the Pious. He has Lesser Dragon Mark of Passage, allowing you to just Dimension Door out of a quest. I'm going to be buying one of him because I will be using him later on. As well as a level 11 hireling. Let's see what we got. We got Roshan. So Tanya Brightstone is a... Tanya seems a bit fond of destruction for a holy servant, but she claims she merely enjoys bringing the god's wrath upon her foes. Very great hireling to bring around. Roshan's more of a defensive hireling, and Arkin, again, more of a defensive hireling. So I'm going to grab Arkin. Should be a good time. There we go. You should rest? Probably, but I'll do this next round of quests and see how I feel. I'm going to refresh my House P-Bus, and then I'm going to go start running a couple adventures. Now, the adventures I'm going to be running here are going to be level 9 quests. Not ones that people would do all of the time, but they're the ones that I've been doing all the time because I find them quite good. I will be doing White Plume Mountain simply because I'm going to try to get one of the Death Ward clickies that can come out of that quest. There's a necklace that gives you Death Ward. Hopefully I'll be able to get it. If not, we'll see. But, you know, so 1 in 3. So technically it's a 1 in 6. But I missed the other ones, so maybe it'll happen. All right, so let's go to House Kundarak. Now, I said I don't really want to do the rest of the Vaughn series because of the Beholders and the general fear of what's going to happen to you. So instead, we're going to be going to the Red Fens. It might seem like an odd choice, and I can definitely see where that comes from, but the Red Fens is actually going to be quite safe for this character, and there's two quests I want to do that are relatively good experience points. Claw of Vulkoor, and the quest Fathom the Depths. Now, these two quests, not only do they have good XP, they also have good end rewards, as when you turn them in, you can get the items from the Red Fens here, which can give you set bonuses, but are also just useful in and of themselves. Yeah, the Rose Quartz Necklace is what I was thinking of. Just starting to feel better? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, for me, the nausea was temporary and fleeting. The nausea went away when I removed the nauseous part of it, of the nausea, from my stomach contents, and I evacuated it from my body. That's why I was gone for so long. I don't feel nauseous right now. I got rid of my stomach contents, so now I feel less nauseous. I think it was those damn Texas waffles. I didn't do that, unfortunately. Yeah. I didn't sit on the toilet, let's just say that much. I'm allergic to freedom? I am allergic to freedom. Freedom makes me throw up. True fact. I'm Canadian, I'm not used to it. Oh, that's the one. That's the one. Pepe, thank you. The Kraft mac and cheese has destroyed that as a dish for you, no matter how well it's made. Oh, mac and cheese? I like mac and cheese. Big fan. I really enjoy mac and cheese. I also like the Kraft mac and cheese. I'm not really very picky. Obviously, like a homemade with like multiple different cheeses and layers, and you put like a crust on top is going to be a better product. No doubt in my mind there on that one. But it usually dies faster. Oh well. Get in my backpacks, Scorpion. Pick them all up. To find Ionia or Iona. So you're okay, man. I recommend cooking your freedom waffles a bit extra next time. Also, probably they need to clean it. What not before you, they may have needed to clean it what not before use. Freedom chemicals. I did a thorough clean of it before use. I did not just rip the waffle maker out of its packaging and then just put my waffles on. I cleaned it well ahead of time. Yeah. That'd be bad if I did not clean it ahead of time. Alright, I'm gonna get the hireling to... The hireling's gonna die if I send him into this trap. I might die if I send him into this trap. I don't know. Let's find out. Am I gonna die? What do you guys think? That was pretty safe. So, it's halfway there. You threw up Texas? Maybe. And by maybe, I mean yes. Yeah, that did not feel good. Very cool. Texas waffle maker sounds shaped like Texas. I mean, Belgium is round. Figure is shaped like Texas. I mean, Belgium is round. The Texas-shaped waffle maker is not shaped like Texas. The waffle maker is round. It's the plate that goes inside the waffle maker that is shaped like Texas. Oh my god, the nausea is back. I think I got poisoned by those waffles. Oh, that's not good. Belgian waffles are rectangle? I trust QVM because he's a European. Europeans know more about Belgian waffles than I do. Oh my goodness gracious. Breathe, Strimtom. Even more you are Belgian? There you go.
Iona whispers.
Alright, well, anyway, not to say that you're wrong, Grey Wolf. I'm just going to trust the Belgian guy in the chat when he tells me that Belgian waffles are square.
Iona whispers.
I'm just going to trust the Belgian guy in chat. That just makes the most sense to me. A nice hot dew might ease it a bit, maybe. Holy moly. Oh, I don't feel good. Okay. Just do the quest. Focus on the quest.
Iona whispers. The Guardian has noticed you.
I'm like not even looking at the screen. I can't focus. My eyes. Oh, I remember when they said scorpions weren't going to burrow when you're in melee range with them? That was such a cool patch note. I was so excited about that. What they meant was scorpions were going to burrow every second, but, you know, whatever it is, what it is.
Iona whispers.
I know it said non-boss scorpions wouldn't, but that roaming scorpion that's not a boss just burrowed right next to me. And this one just burrowed right next to me. And this one just burrowed right next to me. They still very heavily burrow when they're right next to you. Even the ones that are not necessarily bosses.
Iona whispers. Guardian has noticed you.
Oh man, that is not good. Wow. Okay. That is how I feel right now. Okay. My nausea is like crescendoing. Very cool.
Iona whispers.
Just like before. Same feeling. Oh, this quest takes a long time when the monsters that aren't supposed to burrow are constantly burrowing. You know what? Good idea. Let's use the shrine here. The shrine will help. Yeah, sorry I'm not saying a whole lot. I can't focus on anything else right now. It's okay. The important thing is the lesson here. Perseverance, know where your shrines are, so you can take appropriate breaks, and curse the fact that the patch note said the scorpions were going to be changed, and they weren't. That's the lesson here. Okay. Burrowing scorpions. Great. And the shrine. 2 golds in a row, plus 20 heart, plus 5 heart. Fast Midnight Stallion. Wow, dude. You know what? It's a good idea. Lesson is just to rally. Yeah, that's a good idea. Gold roll prediction. You want to win a prize? Put in your prize for the gold roll. You could win anything you want. Oh my goodness gracious.
Iona whispers.
A roaming scorpion has spotted you. Watch out for ambush.
Iona whispers.
Guardian has noticed you.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a very bad impression of Texas right now. Oh, man. Hey, P times 2. Look at these scorpions. Also very drained. Just fight your way through the way the fighter would. My fighter's a robot. He doesn't have to deal with this problem.
The air in this chamber is dusty and stagnant. It must not have been disturbed for centuries.
Oh.
You hear the earth rumble down below, and then a voice whispers,
Hey, Arcaniverse, how are you? Yeah. 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 Anyway. I don't feel great. I feel very bad.
Guardian has noticed you.
God, dude. I can feel the nausea coming back. How would I get poisoned by waffles? I don't understand. That's the only thing I ate for the waffles. Getting sick? Been sick. In a little while here. Making ingredients in American shape? That's probably what it is. My body can't handle the American shape of the waffles. Oh. Anyway. Yeah, of course. I should have known better. That's my bad.
Iona whispers,
There it is. We've done it.
Yeah, and freedom isn't free. It costs a buck 05. I know. I'm familiar with the song. Ugh. Okay, well. I have bad news. I don't know if it's specifically because of the waffles that I ate or what it is, but I haven't been able to keep my lunch down twice, and I'm still feeling nauseous. So, I have a feeling that's going to happen again. I'm going to take a break.